It's time to go!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Claude and the Bansters for this very special evening. We're going to try and raise as much money as possible for the Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Obviously, with Steven Featley, who has suffered this horrible disease all his life, and he will be taking us through what he's been through. And a little bit of a disappointing day yesterday, but we're trying to keep him upbeat, especially backstage we was, weren't we? You know what I mean? Having a little bit of a laugh there, Stephen. But no, I mean, sorry that things didn't go well yesterday. Well, I'm sure we'll get into that in a minute. I just want to say hello to everyone that's in the chat. United Up, JS, the Leicester lad, Connor, Omar, it's Biggie, Stephen himself, DJ Fury, Eagle, Stang, you taking the piss, mate? I love that one.
Yeah.
Sofian, John Wayne, Gio, Indra, Dugout Football. Just quickly and all, Dugout Football, me, Claude and Diesel will be on his stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So everyone, please go and tune into that. We'll be giving a little update and our review on the Arsenal-Liverpool game on Saturday. Anyone, please, we don't want no super chats tonight. If anyone would like, was going to give us a super chat, please instead, can you go over to Steven Featley's page? We're going to put the link up on the in the screen in a minute, but you go over to Steven's page on Just Giving, and we're going to try and raise £1,000 if we can. That'd be our goal. We've already got £149 raised. Thank you to everyone that's donated already, and I'll pass it over to Stephen, and I'll get the details ready to put up on Finney. Off you go, Stephen.
Yeah, so I'll start with my story, and obviously October '94 was born. Everything looked fine when I came out, and after a blood test, it was diagnosed at 6 weeks that I might have a liver problem. And we went within those 3 days of being diagnosed, I was having major surgery to sort of give yourself a chance to have a transplant with the condition I had. The condition was called extrahepatic biliary, which is where the bile ducts in your liver is damaged or not formed, and basically what they do is they try and sort of do a Kasai operation to sort of give you time to have a transplant, because it's very rare that you get away with it. So at 14 months I had my first, and everything looked okay to start with, but within 3 months I then started getting what then has been the problem ever since, which is thrombosis, causing us to have another transplant within 3 months. And if it weren't for my mum being a second donor, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, as much as I'm a warrior, my mum's like, if I didn't have my mum, I would be nowhere. So but she likes to boast that lasts the longest, because that like lasted 10 years. Right? Right, so it's a horrible debt to have, right? But yeah, 2006 I got to about year 6 in school, and it all started going wrong again. They realized that I was not going to have enough supply to support the liver, so it happened again, which resulted in a third, and then what I have now was what I had, which caused my fourth transplant. But unfortunately back then it took them 7 years to work that one out, because they've never seen it before. So, but when they did sort it out, it took another 7 years and resulted in a fourth. And by which point I had the #1 surgeon in the world doing all of this, who's also done George Best's transplants as well. So, and me and him are like that, right? I mean, I've got his own personal phone number, right? And then, yeah, just had another 3 years, and then this thrombosis problem that has caused so many transplants just keeps occurring, and they just don't know why it happens. And this is what I'm dealing with at the minute. But unfortunately, at the minute, I was told yesterday that because of all the surgery I've had, I've got no access, central line access in my main veins. They're all gone. So they can't be used. So if they need to do surgery, they can't. So I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place at the minute. But yeah, I've got my presentation I did at university. So I'll just go through a couple of facts. And you can all check this out on their website, children'sliverdisease.org. 20 children every week are diagnosed with a childhood liver disease. There are over 100 liver diseases that can affect children, young people, babies, and that. And liver disease affects more children than childhood leukemia. And my most important fact is that 37% of around 37% of liver diseases have got nothing to do with alcohol whatsoever, which is kind of when I did the presentation first to a lot of nurse students, they were astounded because they actually have no clue at all. So, but yeah, if anyone's got any questions while I'm rabbiting on, I just drop them in the chat and I'll try and answer them as best I can. But yeah, have you guys got any questions?
Just before we do, Ballsy said, glad to be able to help, lads. And he's put a super chat in. And we will, as we said.
Yeah, we'll put that in. We'll put it in. Don't worry.
We'll put any super chats in. But we'd rather not have any super chats tonight, please. And if you can see the link at the bottom of the screen going across the screen. Everyone, please go over to Stephen's fundraising page for the Children's Liver Disease Foundation and donate there instead, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah. So this started. When did this all start, Stephen? Sorry, you were 6, wasn't it, when it all started?
I was 6 weeks old.
6 weeks old.
December '94. When this first started.
Wow. Was you fine before that, Stephen, or did you have a before that?
Originally, I was born with pneumonia, so I was already being a problem child. But we came out of hospital, and my mum noticed that I was feeding all the time, and what you sort of look out for with the liver is the color of and this is awkward to say, is like you have to look at the color of the stools and the color of the urine, and mine was completely not normal. But so we did a blood test at 4 weeks. 2 weeks later, we got the results, and it turned out I had some issues with my liver, and that's where they transferred me straight to the liver specialist at King's College Hospital, London. So, in actual fact, if anyone wants to check them out, they've got loads of information on their website. They also have their own charity, which also goes towards research and as well. So,
my dad lives across the road from there, actually. So it's near Denmark Hill, isn't it?
Yeah, Denmark Hill, London.
Yeah, it's a great hospital there.
Yeah, it's very convenient because you've got Camberwell High Street, so you've got all the takeaways. Right?
So tell me, Steve, have you got to be careful what like the sort of food and the drink that you have to take, or is there a certain diet you have to do, or is there anything like that? Or can you just eat normally and carry on?
Not usually. I mean, I've always been very underweight because of the amount of surgery I've had to have. So I've always been on a diet where you try and put as much calories in as possible, and build you up for like either recovery or surgery. So I've never usually had a problem with certain like foods that I can't touch. There are certain foods with my immune suppression drugs that I take that I can't have, but very limited. So I don't usually have a limit. But obviously you have the usual diet that most people want to follow to be healthy and that. So
I just want to bring this up. Sorry, Diesel.
No, go on, mate. Go on.
I just want to bring this up again. Ross, he said, "Hi, Stephen. I am a surgeon, and I must commend the doctors up to this point. It's extremely rare with the severity of your condition to be here, and I commend your bravery. Best wishes, Ross."
Thanks so much. That means a lot. It means a lot. And
Fantastic.
like all the messages and everything I get on my channel on here and everywhere I sort of go on YouTube or in life, it's people might say, yeah, it's a comment, but you won't believe how much that does.
Yeah.
Like it just because you then go in sort of when you go to a theatre, right? Before you go through those doors, I'm usually the one that ends up joking. Right? I'm usually the one that's like usually outside that same doors going, back on the same table again. Right? Here we go again. Right? What do you want this time?
Yeah.
So you've got to have a certain sense of humour. And trust me, I've had days where I've just been an absolute arse and I don't want to know. But you do have that sense of humour which that you help get you through anything. And if you went to the children's ward on King's, you'll find that a lot with a lot of kids. And yeah, so
Steve, sorry, I was going to say to you, first of all, let me just make it clear. Massive respect to your mum, first of all. Because obviously, whatever you're going through, I know she's going through it with you and she's by your side. Massive respect
not
to her,
just that, it's my sister as well. I've got a sister who's 4 years younger. Right?
Yeah.
And one example of like saying she's just as strong as I am at times. Well, not at times, most of the time, is that after my third transplant, I was 11 and she was only 7 years old. Right? And they asked her, "Are you sure you want to go into ITU?" Because I looked like a vision from hell, right, with tubes coming out and God knows what. Right? But she just came in the room, took one look, and then walked round and sat by my bedside and just held my hand. And I've always said, I have said to her, like, if that was me, I couldn't do that. I couldn't bear it. To see your own sibling like that. So you get to notice, especially when you get older, that it affects everyone. It impacts everyone in so many ways. So yeah, they're just as strong as I am, to be honest.
Yeah. Respect to your mum and your sister, and also, mate, I just got to say as well, for the guys on the panel and everyone at home like watching this, it's not easy to come on and tell your story like this. So big respect to you as well, Steve, because if there's at least one person out there watching who watches this and you give them advice or they get help or it gives them that encouragement to go and do something about it or get help, then this stream was well worthwhile doing. What I wanted to say, ask you, mate, just sort of ties in a little bit with what Claude was saying there regarding diet, but day to day, like, week to week, what are the do's and don'ts? What are the normal do's and don'ts? You know, is there certain things you can't do, certain places you can't go, certain things.
Well, there is the obvious.
It affects you like your life in a big way. If in terms of, yeah.
Well, obviously, in terms if you're going about like drink and not drink and stuff, do's and don'ts. Obviously, drinks are a big one. You can't do that. You can have up to a pint because the wonderful thing about liver is that my mum was worried going up to, and you know, like mum, like when like she was younger, or like when you're young, you go out, you have parties and stuff like that, right? And everyone's done it, and she asked the surgeon whether that was going to affect it, but it didn't, because the liver can repair itself.
Right.
It's if you're doing that every single day, that's when it becomes a problem. But yeah, I mean, obviously I can have up to a pint, but that's about it. I can't do any more, and I won't go near another one after that.
Yeah.
And it would be very rarely. But yeah, apart from that, it's usually just make sure you keep taking your meds regularly. You keep your prescriptions going, and make sure you're not running out of medical supplies.
Yeah. How often do you take your meds? Is it obviously 2 or 3 times a day, or is it
yeah, you got certain amounts that are 1 dose a day and certain amounts that are twice. So it ranges. So
right? Okay, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, variants. Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. We've got a super chat here from Adit. He said, great calls, great show, great channel, and fantastic people. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. That foreign money, I don't even know what that is. But I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that is actually. I don't know whether it's $200 or whatever. So we'll check it out anyway. Thank you for the donation.
Yeah.
Very much.
United Up said, big up United Up. Hope you're well, mate. He said, is there any developments in finding more effective treatment for people, and is there any chance of a breakthrough in the next few years, Stephen?
Obviously I'm just a patient, and I'm like, I can give my story as much as I can, and tell it as much as I can from also the charity's point of view. They will help fund the research, so any money that comes in today just goes straight to respite for families, research into better treatments. For me, at the minute, trying to find access is going to be a nightmare. But I mean, there's been, I think, what was it, about 9 years ago? Yeah, around about 9 years ago, because I was in hospital at the time, where, you know, whole things about stem cells,
Yeah.
and how they can help grow things and stuff like that. That actually once stopped someone having a transplant. It stopped a young kid having a transplant in this trial.
Wow.
And actually recovered, where usually it would have been transplant. So they are coming up with more effective treatments. Obviously, with things like with all things, it takes time. But you live in hope. I mean, I've just heard, like last night, because my mum, whenever there's a problem, she'll go looking on the internet and try and find any sort of solution to the problem.
Exactly what I do, to be fair.
Yeah, she won't give. Me, I'll have my 5 minutes where, oh God, the world's coming to an end. Right, and she's straight on the internet on Google, like, what? How can we get past this? Right, right. So apparently there's a drug that may help grow the collaterals I need, but we'll wait and see if I can take that or not. But we'll find out on Thursday whether it's viable, which is tomorrow. So. But
Esme says, does the disease cause you pain every day, and is there a particular thing you struggle to do?
It does cause me a lot of back pain.
Wow.
Because I've got no inner core muscles.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of surgery I've had. I've had up to 15 procedures. I can count around about 15 procedures I've had, and it's like a reset all the time, and you have to recover again and again and again, and the muscles just get to a point where they won't work. It's just they can't handle it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure on my back, but that's nothing that they can't treat you with. And yeah, I get the usual struggles at the minute with the condition I've got right now, which is tiredness, fatigue, and stuff like that. But it's stuff you can manage over a week at the minute, until I get my infusion tomorrow, and then it'll be okay. And then by next Wednesday, I'll be feeling like absolute crap again. So it's just manage. It's like a management. It's like a balance.
Yeah.
So basically, for a week, you're sort of okay. You go back to normal, then it tends to drop. Like as you just said there, you know, next. Well, I suppose you know in the back of your head.
Yeah, I mean, with
the time limit.
with the infusion I have, it gives you the ability to like get the energy you need from your food and everything like that. And then as that goes down, you start getting more like edemic, which means more weight onto you because you get more fluid on board, and you end up tiring a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but again, it's something that you can manage over a week, so it's not impacting too much.
Yeah.
So there are some days where I really want to go out. I mean, today I wanted to go out and play pool or snooker at the Q Club, but I couldn't do it because I was just too tired.
Right.
Yeah, like weak, like you just feel weak, like you just can't leave
Yeah.
the house. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Brain work.
and that's where Mum steps in as a carer and helps us out around the home. So
big up to Lone Star. He said, "One team, one dream. Our fan base sometimes gets grief. Well, basically, it's a minority, but anyway, today we are seeing the very best of our fans. Keep fighting, Stephen."
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lone Star. Really appreciate it, mate.
I'd actually say to that is that we're not seeing the best of our fans. We're seeing the best of the whole community.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole community.
Well said.
Everyone.
Thank you very much, Adit, for your kind contribution, mate. That's very nice. From now on, like we said, if anyone wants to donate via Super Chat, what we'd rather you do is put it straight to the charity, because then the charity get it straight away. But we will be putting all the money that we get from Super Chats to the charity.
I'm not sure what this donation, how much that is in English money at the moment, so I've got to count it up and see what happens. It'll probably take a couple of weeks. The Super Chat money will take a couple of weeks to go through.
Plus, everyone in the chat, smash the likes and subscribe to this lot, right? Because you guys are absolutely brilliant, right?
Cheers, Steve.
Absolute respect to you guys. I
will
give
to do with us. It's you guys. Ain't nothing to do with us. If I'm honest, it's you guys in the chat. You make this channel.
Yeah, you lot chat rubbish all the time. They just chat sense in the chat, man.
It's all about the guys in the chat. We're rubbish, us. No, nice one, Steve. Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Just want to bring up that obviously at the moment we are up to 20% of what we were hoping to raise for tonight. We've set a little bar of £1,000, but anything we will pay. You know what I mean? As little as you can give, everything helps out. We're up to £204 at the moment. So thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I just saw Lee in the chat. Yeah, Lee, what I meant is that it was the link for the YouTube to come on and be in the chat. Right. Was it supposed to send the link?
On, Lee, you can come on, mate.
If he wants, if anyone, that's actually it's a great idea. Is actually if anyone wants to come on and ask a question, then I'm more than willing to.
Put the thing in the link in there in the monitor the person though before we take him on. Yeah, but put it in the link on so that Lee can come in.
Yeah, I'll see if I can copy that.
Yeah, so I didn't realise you wanted to come on.
Actually, I'll do it on my phone quickly.
Yeah, I've done it. It's in there. So if
Yeah,
anyone
it's
would
in there.
want and ask a question to Stephen, you can just put that link in the thing, and we're bringing one, maybe two at a time, because there'd be too many people on the screen otherwise.
Oh yeah, because
What we do is we keep changing it about.
Yeah. I was actually give you some more facts.
You must be in a different one, Lee, because I can't see you. Can anyone see him at the bottom? He says, "I'm here waiting."
No.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
maybe have you got this thing? Is this thing in the way or something? Oh, no, I don't see.
No, it's not here.
No.
No.
I'll give you some more.
Have you given them the right link?
Yeah. I've just shared the link here. Just put it in the thing. Right.
It must be. It might be because he just put all white lads in the chat. Yeah. So, but the link's there anyway. So
Yeah, the link's there. So if anyone would like to jump on and ask Stephen a quick question, you're more than welcome to do that. Like we said, the thanks, the Just Giving page is the link is going across the screen, and what I will do is I will get it up again and put it in the chat, so that all you got to do is click the link, and it makes it a lot easier to go straight over to the page. There you go, it's there.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're trying to raise £1,000. We are up to £204 at the moment.
Wicked.
Well, plus super chats, obviously.
Yeah. I'll give you some more facts actually on liver. From this presentation I've got is that the liver has many different jobs to do, such as cleaning the system, controls insulin, your body temperature. So like for that heat wave, right? I was suffering because, like, I think we're all suffering, but sometimes I could suffer with getting really hot, or sometimes I could be in the middle of the heat wave and I'll be wearing a jumper because the liver's not working properly. So it's another sort of indicator. And this is why there's different types of liver diseases. There's so many different types. I couldn't give you a number, to be honest. It's so because of that, it's now the most complicated organ in your body, apart from the brain, and it does every job that everything else doesn't do. It's like the factory. It's like the processing factory to in your body. So, but yeah, so have a look down here.
We've got a super chat here from DVS. He's put, "Big up everyone. We may not have an EPL trophy in 16 years, but I'm very proud of our fans for being part of this charity. Health is way more important than football. Cheers to all of you helping out and supporting our club." Thank you very much, DVS. That's fantastic, mate. Really appreciate that. And like we said, we will be putting all the super chat money to the charity. But if people can go straight over to the charity page, which is scrolling along the bottom, and that money will go directly straight to the Liver Foundation.
Plus, also, if you share all the content I've got on my channel of transplant stories, my story, and that there will be more stuff coming on. Now that my foot's getting better, so I've been able to sleep a bit more. So I'll be doing some more charity work on there. And if you could share that content out on my channel and subscribe and help build the awareness on there, that'd be brilliant as well, because it all links to the charity page. And actually, in every video that I do, there's the links to the charity as well, because they have their own YouTube channel as well. but their vision is to have a world where people like me and children like us are not limited by their problems, and that they reach their full potential and will be understood and treated effectively. So, because a lot of things is that when you go from children's side to adults, it's a kind of a culture shock, because as a child you get taught to look after yourself and like look after your condition, manage your condition, because in later life you're going to need to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So, but when you get to an adult, it goes from they sort of tell you everything to then start telling you hardly anything. So you have to keep questioning, nagging. I never ever let the hospital call me. I always call them, because it will be 2 weeks too late.
Yeah.
So you always have to like keep on top of everything, which is difficult when you're not well.
Yeah.
Especially with liver, because if liver's failing, you get encephalopathy, because bile gets in your system and it's like poison to your brain, and it makes you very confused. It makes you very tired. It can make you angry very easily, because you're very confused and you can't focus and do anything. You can't think straight. You're forgetful, right? And then that's how I damaged my toe, because I could just walk into things and not concentrating. So it's there's so many different sort of ways that it can go wrong, and I mean, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. But doesn't mean I can take the piss out of nurses when I'm in the hospital there. Right? And I'm surely Diesel, you're gonna be very jealous. You're gonna be very jealous any minute now, right? One time, I was waiting for. I was in hospital having procedures or treatment or whatever, and I was behind on my maths. So the nurse who was looking after us, right, came in and looked after and did maths with us, right?
Jammy sod.
No. You're gonna love this. This nurse, 6 foot, blonde hair, looked like a model.
Oh, Steve.
Right? No,
Yeah.
and
Medicine, that would.
yeah,
I'm hoping the next bit, Steve. I'm hoping you don't let me down on the next bit here. Come on.
no, she let me down because she had to go to the dentist because she broke a tooth on a fruit pastel.
Oh, you're joking.
God.
Oh, how's your luck?
No.
How's your luck? Oh, something minor, Steve. That shouldn't have stopped you, son.
But I think there was one other time is that this is on the children's ward, by the way. So, right, yeah, one other time is when I came out of bowel surgery.
Getting some nurse tail.
Yeah, I was having bowel surgery, and 2 of the nurses that used to look after during my third transplant a lot, they stayed behind to make sure I was coming out okay, and I wasn't in a good state. And they had to change my bed, so they had 3 nurses on one side, 3 nurses on the other side. Right, the 2 nurses that would stay behind at the end of the bed with my mum and dad, right, and they're all changing my bed, right, and I'm completely out for the count. And what happened is that my dad, being my dad, right, my late father, he was just an arse, because he just shouted in the middle of his children's ward, said, "Stephen, people pay thousands to be in this situation. What you doing?"
Do you know what I mean? Steve, I'm making right 100%.
I was not cutting on the set. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, blimey. Chucking a fat guy here in the red suit and you got Christmas.
We're joined by Lee Chappie.
How we doing?
Not bad,
How you doing, Lee? You right, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, pal. Not too bad. How are you all good? All right, yeah?
Yeah.
I bet you're counting every penny of that 50 million, aren't you, mate?
Oh man, it's just mad. We've had like 265 million in the last 4 years on like 4 players. It's ridiculous. It's honestly, and let's be honest with you, he's not the best left back in the world right now.
No.
He really isn't. I mean, he's decent, but he's not like he's nothing to shout about. But he might turn into something better in a few years' time at Chelsea. I don't know, but I think we're laughing, to be fair, with 50 mil.
Lee, that's your new name, Lee Chapadinho.
I know. There's a few actually. There's someone called Chapazette the other day. Chapazette.
I like that, Chapazette.
Lee, you could have said that about Chamberlain when he left Arsenal for 40 mil.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of Arsenal fans wouldn't put 40 mil on him, and now look at him. So
Yeah. Fair enough. But
It
for what he's done,
just go show you what still Tierney was, eh? What a still.
Oh man.
yeah.
I'd take him all day long.
I think any team would, to be honest.
Yeah. We're waiting on the Leicester to announce something now. I think because we need something desperately.
Well, you've had Maddison. Come on, you got to be happy with that, son.
Yeah, I know with the contract and stuff, and Vardy's extended his contract as well. But we've got Europa League. It can really pull you can pull your squad about, can't it? And we haven't got the biggest squad. You've seen how we struggled in the last probably 8 games from when the coronavirus hit to coming back. Nightmare, absolute nightmare.
You'll enjoy them trips, wouldn't you, mate?
Yeah. What you mean the cancelled European tour? We're all not going on a European tour.
Dear.
A perfect excuse to stay at home.
Well, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry. Beagle.
Adit, you legend.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Adit. Unbelievable contribution again. He said, guys, top 4 predictions. To me, it looks like Chelsea, City, Liverpool have cemented the top 3. Maybe we could sneak 4th or hopefully win the Europa League. Let's start with you, Stephen.
That's if we're strengthening the way we are at the minute and continue strengthening the way we are. We've got, after buying Willian, Gabriel, I believe, is over the line. If we now can get the other 2 targets that we're aiming for, I can't see why not, especially if Man United are too busy struggling about whether Harry Maguire's in jail or not. So
I didn't want to say anything about Harry Maguire. I really didn't, but
Now that you mention it, Steve.
Where's that currency from, Terry?
Do you know what? Someone put a comment about that in
You got me stumped there, Claude. I'm not really up with my currencies like that. I'm sure you can let us know.
What is that?
I don't know where that guy is from. I don't know where he's from. I'd like to know where he's from. That's all.
Hey, whatever helps. It's like Tesco's, whatever. Every little.
No, it's a lovely donation, but it's. I'm just wondering where the guy's from. That's all. I'm just wondering where he's from.
Big up to yourself, Ian Barron. I think it's Dreams, and it's 200. Well, that was for the previous amount, but yeah, Dreams. So.
That's amazing, isn't it? That's amazing.
So, lads, my distraction at the minute on the screen, right? It's not the chat. It's not you guys. This has been annoying me for 2 days. He's been here now. I've got a little spider on my screen, but he's not on my screen. It's inside my monitor, on the inside of the screen. The light on the screen is pushing the shadow onto the screen. I can see a spider crawling on my screen constantly, getting on my tits. He's just crawling over your face now, Terry.
Oh, lovely. Well, literally.
I'll take a photo of him and I'll send it in a minute.
He's a Black Widow. Get it off.
He's in the URL now. Oh my god!
Wow. How did he get inside there?
No idea, mate. He's been there for 2 days. It's getting on my nerves.
Oh god. What was your predictions anyway, Stephen?
Oh, India, nice place.
It's India.
It's a country I'd love to visit one day. It's a beautiful country. Beautiful.
Banster's on tour, Claude. We can add that to the list.
Go for the hottest curry challenge.
Oh, that's easy. I'll win.
I'll have to hang on. I'll have to check. I'll have to check if my almond infusions are allowed over there.
No, Steve, I'll stay away from that one if I were you, mate. even I'm staying away from that. But
Mumbai, you can.
Oh, sod that.
Thank you so much. That's a really kind donation. Really,
yeah, fantastic donation. Go on, what's your top 4, Stephen?
Now all that's aside, and we've brushed over the Man United thing.
He's getting on my nerves, boys. I swear he's there again.
Oh, Stephen's not that bad, Lee.
McGuire or the Spider?
The Spider.
Don't worry, I've heard that he's got a better defence than him, so don't worry.
Oh, shit.
Go on, young Terence.
Harry Maguire even had a lawyer and he still couldn't defend.
Oh, dear.
I'd say Liverpool first, Man City second, Chelsea third, but close the gap. Fourth Arsenal. Why not? Like, the way we're going at the minute, and the way we're investing at the minute, I can't see why not. Okay,
what about you, Lee?
Yeah, I think I don't want to say this, but I think Liverpool are going to win it again. I just don't know. I got a feeling Liverpool top, Man City second, Messi potentially to be at Man City as well. I reckon he's going City or PSG. That's what I think anyway. Chelsea third, United fourth. I've changed my mind. I originally said United second, but I'm going to go with Chelsea third, United fourth. Leicester to be somewhere in the top 10.
Oh.
I don't know. It depends. What they normally pick out a gem or two, don't they?
Yeah.
Go on, Claude. You give yours, mate.
Mine. I'm going to go Man City, Liverpool second, Chelsea third. And I've got a feeling that bloody Spurs are going to hit the top 4.
Oh, no.
I do. I've got that horrible feeling. I think that Mourinho is going
to be back with it.
Did you boys see that in the comments on screen? That Michael Brighton's goal for the training today. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter.
No, I ain't seen it yet.
It's a good one.
What a good goal! What, own goal or what?
It's horrendous. The goalkeeper, Birmingham City goalkeeper, just literally passes it to him. Just passes it to him.
Was it as good as El Nenny's yesterday?
Don't. Right, because we beat MK Dons 4-1 and we got.
You're laughing, Diesel. He's got a contract over that, mate. I tell you.
I know.
You're laughing.
Oh no!
I'm telling you. He's decided he don't want to go for party. Now he's keeping El Nenny instead.
I can believe it.
No, I'm telling you. You're thinking I'm joking.
Oh, for God's sake.
Legal, what's your top 4, mate?
Do you know what?
Hang on, can I just say, sorry, Diesel. Claude, before I made my predictions.
Hey?
If I knew about he was going to keep on Nenny and party, I would have made a different prediction. Go on, Diesel.
Yeah, well, now that I know that, that sort of changed mine. But no, do you know what? Look, we know it's either going to be Liverpool or Man City. I think if Man City can sort out their defence, I think they're going to do it. I can't see Liverpool keeping it up for another for a third year running that level. It all depends on who they buy. So I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to go Man City to win the league. I'm going Liverpool second. I'm going Chelsea third. Chelsea just looks too strong for me, especially if they get Havertz. And I think Man United, because they buy their way into it all the time, they're going to get fourth spot. So I think they'll be the fourth.
Okay.
You say buy into it, but they're not buying anyone in a minute.
Right.
They will give it time.
Exactly. I'm going to go Liverpool, Man City first, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Arsenal fourth. That's what I'm going for. I don't think Man U are doing anything. I don't think Tottenham will do absolute anything whatsoever. I mean, you know.
What if they get Luis Suarez?
I'm sure even you're shitting yourself at Leicester, aren't you, with Joe Hart going to Tottenham League?
Oh, come on. I mean, that was a random one. But you know what, though? They're looking at buying bloody Damari Gray from Leicester as well.
Oh.
Random. I mean, he's another player that's not got the full...
Look, Joe Hart, third choice for Burnley, and he's going... Well, obviously he's going to the right club, isn't he?
But why has he gone Spurs in the first place? Is it just an easy paycheck or what?
Well, exactly. No. Listen, let's have it right. Joe Hart said that under Jose Mourinho, he will be England's #1 again.
He never said that. He never said that.
He said
Terry, no, don't start that, man. I know you're anti-Jose, man, but that's all bullshit, man. Now, don't start all that bullshit, man.
It's quite funny, though.
Look, Tottenham will achieve something for their Christmas present, right? Getting Jose sacked.
I'm telling you, the next season.
This is where all the donations go.
I'm taking my back.
His second season. He always does well in his second season.
So if he doesn't, then what? Is he over?
Well, second season's normally his best season, normally, isn't it? He always does well in his second season.
You say that, but then it's only had half a season.
If they get Luis Suarez, they're going to be up there, mate. If I tell you, they get that.
Why would he go there? Why would he go Spurs? Honestly, why
London, isn't it? It's London. It's London. I mean,
well, so's bloody West Ham, and so's bloody. They've got a bigger stadium than them, haven't they? That's what they brag about. Oh, look at our new fancy stadium. We'll make a documentary on it.
Yeah, it's about 2 miles from the pitch.
What do you think of Gabrielli?
Was that to me, sorry?
Yeah.
Has he signed yet?
No, well.
He's not signed, is he?
He's not signed just yet.
Has he?
Apparently, all them pictures that he was going around. All them pictures that he was going around yesterday in the training ground, they were all photoshopped, apparently. That was all right. And all that plane, that was all bullshit as well. He's not even in London. He's still.
Oh yeah. I can see it all now. Yeah. That's. You mean this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I just Can I just put this back to sort of a charity sort of?
Yeah, come on, mate.
Yeah.
thing.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's no problem. Anything to have a go about Spurs or Man U. But yeah. The other important side to obviously liver disease is obviously organ donation, right? Massive thing. The fact they changed it to opt out is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's what we've been fighting for ages. I mean, some facts is that like 6,000 people have a transplant every year. 6,000 people die in the circumstances where they are able to donate every year. And 3 people die a day waiting for a transplant due to a shortage of people being willing to donate. I actually have a friend that I lost in 2017 who is waiting on a transplant list. And I'm not going to go into it because it still makes me upset, to be honest. But it was just luck. It's one of those things. There's no sort of luck to it. There's no sort of thing to it. It's just you either get your chance or you don't. So, but that's why they're obviously working on more treatments such as like stem cells and growing the liver and stuff like that. So,
it's mad.
Yeah, it is mad. It is absolutely mad.
My colleague at work, he won't mind me talking about it. It's not liver, but he's a kidney. It's like he's waiting for a transplant as well, like, you know, donor, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. He has to have dialysis, and it's like 4 to 5 hours of his life every 2-3 days. It's
I've got a friend of mine who I met in hospitals doing that in a minute. His mum's going to be the donor, but they can't do it because of COVID.
So if he passes away, it'll be classed as a COVID killing, not anything
No,
else.
no.
That's what they'll do.
At the minute, it's all good because the dialysis is doing its job, right? So he's okay for now. Obviously, it makes him very tired and everything.
Horrible.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. But like with liver, there's so many different jobs it does. They haven't got a machine to do every job. So it's like when you get liver failure, it's like a ticking time bomb.
Steve, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm saying, I'm obviously glad we sort of brought it back to this because, you know, that's what this stream's all about. I wanted to ask you, right? And obviously, I'm talking blindly here, but if there's anyone watching this who's going through it, because look, let's be honest, you know, in a way, I mean, you know, if you look at it, you're lucky. You know, you got your mum, you got your family. There are some people out there who don't really have anyone.
Yeah, just give me a sec, just put me on.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, if there is anyone out there who's watching this, or if there's anyone watching this who knows of someone who's maybe going through it, but they're going through it alone, they don't have anyone, are there any groups or, you know, like, you know, some of these places where you can go and obviously be amongst others who are going through it? Is there a place where, how does it work? Is there anything like that available? Or
are you talking children's side or the adult side?
Both.
Both. Children's side, the charity work I'm going to be doing on my channel is going to be linked to their Hive network. Now, their Hive network on for Children's Liver Disease Foundation is basically like a Facebook group. You make yourself known to the charity, and you need support and everything. And you can go into this group and you talk to other liver patients, right? Because I used to get that a lot. Like, I was on my own, and as much as I have friends who support me, they don't understand. They don't understand this. But they have a Facebook group where you can talk to other liver patients, and and when I got to talk to people in hospital, it just gives you a reminder that you're not on your own.
Yeah.
So, and I think the adult charity is Listen. I think if you type into Google Listen charity, that's the adult side, which I'm not really with. But they have their own sort of groups and services for the adult side as well.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I just wanted to get that clear because if there is anyone,
it's always, if you have if there is anyone who's like under 18 or under 25, right? I believe it's up to 25, who's on their own, just contact CLDF. And even if you are over 25, if you've had a child with liver disease, they'll still listen to you. They'll still talk to me now, right? And they'll still talk to me beyond that.
Stephen, I've got a question for you. I don't know if you've answered this before or not, but I'll ask it anyway. What's your diet like? Does that affect you? Because surely it does.
My diet is usually putting on the weight that I need to recover, because I've always been underweight. I mean, I'm 56 kilos when the average person is about 69.
Wow.
So it's always been a building up because you lose so much weight when you've had procedures. So they've always been of, if you can get calories in him, get it in him. But obviously I try and be as healthy as I can be. But usually I don't have any sort of problems with sort of any strict diet I have to be on. So-
David has asked a question here, Stephen. He says, Stephen, is your condition stable now, or is it likely you will need more operations?
Well, it's stable for now. If I want to be better, I can't have procedures. I've got no access for the minute. So my sort of quick sort of ticket out of the situation I'm in is not there. So, yeah, I'm stuck.
I just want to bring up Foggy's comment because he said depression is a big issue in the world and there is not enough coverage on it, guys. Please touch on the topic. And you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You know, there's a lot of people out there that find it hard to talk.
Yeah.
Talk about their emotions, especially men. You know, so all we will say is that, you know, Claude and the Bouncers are always here for you. Stephen's here for you. I'm sure that Lee would answer.
Anyone actually, sorry, I'll just say that if anyone's in the chat, right, my socials are on any video that I do, right? If you've got any problems, right, just send us a tweet or DM or send us a Facebook message, right? Because I have depression. As much as I joke and laugh and have a laugh with you guys and everything, right? Deep down, I'm severely depressed. I've been a couple of times when this situation has brought up, like, oh, I can't do this no more. It's like, it's just too much. And if it weren't for mum and my sister, God knows what had happened. So it's, yeah, it's important when you've got depression to have that network of support, whether it's just friends, family, anyone, and just don't not talk. Talk. Like this whole sort of myth about you're not, if like man being a man, you keep your emotions to yourself. No, rubbish, absolute rubbish.
Yeah, man up is the one you hear a lot on that.
Yeah, that's absolute. That's because you know what, my dad always tried to do that, and he never coped. He never coped, especially when I was not well.
We'll probably do a maybe a chat more on depression another time, maybe another type of thing like this. Because I could talk all night about stuff. Won't go into it tonight, I don't think.
Yeah. No, we can definitely do that, Lee. That's not a problem, mate. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that people have to go through this. Unfortunately, you know, all these diseases. You know, it's that we can't.
That
can't
is
get
so true. So true. Sorry, yeah. What your old man put there, tell Charles. Very true. You know, you look. We all know of people on the surface. Do you know what? Right? Someone said to me once, it's like a duck. You know, like you see them all, you know, graceful on top of the water, and underneath, it's literally just like that. And you know, we all know some people. You would never ever believe they were depressed because they're the life and soul, and yet you find out later on that obviously behind that facade, and that's the word I'd probably use, a facade. They're one of the most depressed people, you know, you could ever meet. But on the surface, you'd never have thought.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you see me,
some people can mask it very well, can't they? And others, you know.
I mean, if you see me in hospital, right, you'd think there's anything wrong with us, right? You'd think like, he's only come here for a bit of treatment, right? There's nothing wrong with him, right? He's having a laugh, joke.
Who's that guy flirting with the nurses? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, who's that guy flirting with the nurses?
Go on, Steve.
Right. And usually they're like, no, but then the thing is if I'm not doing that, right, they know I'm not well. If I'm not doing that, they know I'm not well. There's something wrong. Right. So it's sort of like a cover for what's actually going on. And when you
comedy, mate, comedy, comedians, comedy, that's a big mask for hiding the real depression.
Robin Williams, great example.
Yeah. Lee, what do they call it? It's like they call it like it's it's people's defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism, isn't it?
That's what I
Do you know
do.
what I'm saying? Hide it with laughter. Yeah.
Carter Stage, what a lovely comment, mate. He said, Stephen, 50% of you stay strong and not give up. You will feel way better. You've got every one of us. Hopefully, Arsenal will also win Finns and cheer you up more. Bless up, my guy.
Thanks,
Cheers, Carter. Yeah, Carter was on the members stream the other night. Really nice bloke. Thanks, Carter.
Really nice.
Thank you.
What I will is say as well is that with the channel I'm doing is that, and when I've spoke to the charity about it, is that if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I can then sort of like apply to sort of monetize it and sort of make it a proper channel. Yeah. And then those donations, the super chat donations that we get now, they'll go straight to the charity.
Yeah, you're like a literally a charity channel.
Yeah, or fund it to fund the channel to be able to do the stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So in that way, it helps. So that way, it's like I've got a sort of constant income of research money that for the charity. So that's my ambition with it.
Yeah.
How old are you, by the way, Stephen? Do you mind me asking?
I'm 25.
25. How long have you been suffering with this?
6 weeks old.
Wow.
So I just got told when first memory, it was literally, you've got this disgusting, horrible medicine to take, Stephen. Take it.
Wow.
No, it was.
But you don't know. Yeah, but you don't know no different sort of thing. It's crazy, isn't it?
Right?
It's crazy.
Right. This is like normal, right? For me. I mean, right. So that's probably why sometimes people say like when people say it's absolutely a miracle, it's amazing, you're so strong and everything. I'm like, well, if it was you, what would you do?
Yeah. If it was me right now, it would change my world. I wouldn't know how to deal with it.
No,
exactly. It doesn't make me feel any it doesn't. It just feels like something.
Sorry, it's just my card. I'm trying to send some money through to you, but I'm trying to looking for my card. But anyway, go on. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, it feels like it's nothing major because it's been so normal.
Cheers, Doug. Big up yourself, mate. Nice.
Hey, Doug out.
Yeah, lovely bloke.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still here. I'm still laughing, still joking.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm still flirting. Hey, Steve.
Oh yeah, still flirting.
I'm always going to say that to you now. So you've got the cocoa butter comment. I've got that comment now, right?
Whoa. What about? I've missed something here. The cocoa butter.
Oh, he keeps saying that his cocoa butter helps him stay younger when he's
Commonly, you know, mate, it's good for the skin, isn't it?
My lad puts that on. He smells like he's a walking chocolate bar, I tell you.
I know. Why do you think I wear it? I fancy myself.
Carter Stage, he said, super chat, thank you very much for that. He said, hope this small donation help, keep fighting, keep spreading awareness. Thank you, Claude and the Bansers, for helping a fellow gunner. Big yourself up, Carter, mate. Fantastic.
Thank you, Carter. Yeah, I mean, you can see the support tonight is just unreal, absolutely unreal. And I mean, the first sort of introduction I got to this was literally just to do a sort of awareness interview after an Arsenal game with AFTV.
Yeah.
And then since then, the comments were just mad. And it's just been, I thought there was something there I can try and do.
Yeah.
Jazza said, late in, can you just explain what this old stream is about, please? This is about Steven and the charity he's trying to raise money for, because he's been through it himself, Jazza, liver disease. And we're trying to raise as much money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. And Steven has explained to us exactly what he's been through since the 6 weeks old, unfortunately. And he's, what, 25 years old now, Steven?
Yeah, 25.
25. And he's lived with this all his life. So we're just trying to raise awareness and raise as much money as we possibly can.
I mean, what you was just about to say there, Stephen, you're on AFTV and you've kind of found a bit of an idea to do like a channel based on this, and so it's the best thing you could do out of a negative. It is a negative thing at the end of the day. It's a disease, but turn it into a positive and help others, not just yourself but others as well. It's the best thing you could possibly do out of the situation that it is. So hats off to you for keep going, and hopefully you can do what you want to do with it and grow as a channel and potentially be a big voice for this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I was doing a stream the other day, and because so I had 350 subscribers. You get I had my first trial. Right?
That is signs that you're doing well.
Yeah, right, and and what happened was that we just because he was going on about because it was only 350 subscribers or whatever. Right, we were just like a dead channel, and I was just like, okay, right, so why here? So, but anyway, it's just, even if it's only 350 or it's 10,000, right? Obviously 10,000 is better, right? But even if it's only 350, that's 350 people that know about liver disease. And then they could say, when they go to donate, they donate. And that saves someone's life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I will actually, and I'm just going to actually, I know the friend that I lost in 2017, I know her mum, and she's always been happy to, her transplant story is also there on my channel as a separate video if you want to watch it. And she was born with the same condition I had. But unfortunately, she passed away whilst waiting for her third transplant. And I got the news on the Easter Sunday that she passed away on a Good Friday. And I was the only one that spoke at a funeral.
Wow. Fantastic, Stephen.
But it was nice because she was, for a year, we just spent each other just taking the piss out of the nurses all the time. We'd be there about 2 o'clock in the morning, right, with a cup of tea in our hand at the end of the award, right? And the nurses just said, "Well, do you ever go to bed?" No.
Stephen, I think they're asking what your channel name is. What's your channel name, mate?
Just my name. Just my name, like Steven Featley.
I think it's time to get a channel name, mate, that relates to what you're aiming.
That's what it relates to.
Maybe we should think of one together.
But the thing is that when I looked at it, right, I'm a gooner, which I do videos on Arsenal and everything, right? I love F1, which I do.
Yeah.
And liver disease is who it's who I am. It's made me who I am. And so that's why I've always struggled to find another name for it. Because there is no better name.
What about if you had something like Steve the Flirt?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go down well.
Your son from shoot through the roof, Steve.
Instead of that diesel888sport.com or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Diesel888 cocoa butter.
Steve and the nurses. Do you know what, right? All joking aside, though, as much as it's nice to have comments in the chat room saying, you know, we're with you, Steve, and we're thinking of you. That's all great. But do you know, if you really want to help this guy, sub to him. You know, just type his name in YouTube, because that, you know, comments are lovely, right? But it's all about the actions, yeah. So, you know, sub to him and grow his channel, right? And teach that troll, whoever that was, blatantly he's a fan in disguise, right? As someone said in the chat. But grow his channel for him, because it's for a good cause. You know, it's obviously trying to promote and obviously raise self-awareness. And Steve, the biggest compliment I can give you, every time we do a stream, right, we're asking for likes because it helps grow the channel, right?
Yeah.
And our target is always to get to 100. I've not mentioned likes once in this stream. We're on 128. That's all down to you. That's you. That's not us. That's you. That's your story, right? So big up to yourself, mate. Respect. And like I keep saying, the best chat room on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And that tonight just proves it and cements it for me. So round of applause, guys. Thank you very much. Steve, respect to yourself, mate. But sub to him, please. Sub to him.
By the way, Stephen, when you put your name in YouTube, it doesn't actually pop up. So I don't know.
Okay. Let me have a look.
Part of the stage did one.
Here. You've got
Guna awareness. That's
What's
a good
that?
name. Guna awareness.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
That's a
Great shout, Carter. Great shout, mate. You taking a piss, mate? Listen, he ain't taking a piss because he's already subscribed to you, Stephen.
Yeah.
Danny said he's already subscribed.
You won't believe how many. I'm sorry, that name. I love that name. You won't believe how many times I've said that to the doctor. You taking a piss? I'm out of the ball. So
we love you. We love you that way, mate.
Love you, Lone Star. Thanks, man.
But yeah.
Steve, you're on 358 now, mate. You know that 350. No, you're jumping up. So people are listening. The message is getting out there.
Start somewhere, Stephen, and you know what I mean.
You've gone to 362 now, mate.
362. Look at that. You know what I mean. So hopefully, like we keep saying, everyone go and subscribe to Stephen's YouTube channel. Like Diesel said, you know what I mean. Or I'm going to use Stanley's thing. Don't be a freeloader. Get over there and subscribe to Stephen's channel. You know what I mean?
Get him to 1,000. Get him to 1,000 so we can get monetized and do some more.
Yeah.
We don't know, Patrick. You always get one, mate. Always get one.
Yeah. But you know what, Steve? Right? You know, you're talking about a lot of children are affected by it. I mean, every one of us got. We're all fathers here. We're all fathers. You know, a lot of people in the chat.
I'll tell you what, Diesel. If you went to that children's ward now, you will find kids at 6 weeks old doing exactly the same thing I did 25 years ago.
Wow.
Exactly the same. And what's the thing is that what does wind me up at times with sort of the media is that when they do a program about the hospital, and the first episode, and the BBC did this, and the first episode was about liver disease, they didn't go to the #1 liver centre in the world for children.
Yeah.
They didn't go to the first floor at all. Right? That whole centre takes people from around the world. Right? 19 beds for around the world because it's the #1. And they never went near it. They just followed someone who's got alcohol problems.
Yeah.
Which just said it all. And
I spent 3 weeks on the children's ward 2 years ago because my son's got a rare condition as well. I don't talk about it in the public, but I'm going to talk about it now because it's the right place, I suppose. He's got a condition called nephrotic syndrome, which affects his kidneys. I spent 3 weeks on there, and I've seen some children that I don't think made it. You know, from me walking in, and then 3 weeks later, I don't think they were there. Not because they left, but I think because they're, gone. So yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's horrible, man. Especially when you see it in the real world, and you actually see it with your own eyes, is when you realise people have serious issues.
How's your boy doing now, mate?
Yeah, it's all controlled and stuff. He had a lot of medication, lots of medication. We have to monitor his urine every day. It's a not long going thing, but he is in remission at the moment. So fingers crossed he doesn't go back. But yeah, that's the thing.
My thoughts go out.
So everyone, lots of people have their own battles as well that people don't talk about, and some people don't want to talk about them. But then it can affect you up here, and if it's affecting you, you need to start talking.
Exactly.
Lee, respect to you, mate, for bringing it up. Yeah, respect to you.
Yeah, respect.
But anyway, Steven,
if you see those kids on that children's ward, what's so great about them is that it's like it's nothing affecting them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? They're like a spitting image of me when I was that age, running around, playing your PS, like because they've got PS3 on every bed because it's been refurbished and everything. Right, from the days where I had it, wasn't the best place. But yeah, they run around, right, and have fun, have a laugh, right. Even joke with the nurses at 7 years old, right, and no, because they're not no better, and they just make the best of what they got, right.
You know what, Steve? In a way, in a weird sort of way, right? That makes it worse. From a parent's point of view.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, if that was us, we'd be moaning, we'd be ranting, we'd be this and that. Kids are so pure, they're so innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a parent's worst nightmare, obviously talking, from obviously being one as well, is that if you just feel defenseless. Like you want to take that pain, give it to yourself, and let them go free, but you can't. And it's hard to see, mate. It's hard to see, but
it's like my mum at the minute. She saw me yesterday, and I had to literally walk out the room halfway through the appointment because I was just in tears. Because I literally thought my world come to an end.
Yeah.
But my mum was still talking there, and she still said, "No, there's some way we're going to do this." Right? But I know in her, it's killing her. It's killing her. Right? Like she's had to hug me about 3-4 times today.
Yeah.
Because whether it's for me or for her, but it's not just her. It's also affecting my sister as well. Because me and her are like cat and dog. Right? We do it all the time.
Yeah.
Right? We can't go 5 minutes without having an argument at times. Right? But
that's siblings for you.
Yeah. But today, there wasn't a problem at all.
Yeah.
So if the impact it has on everyone else is just unreal. I
think what it does, Stephen, is it puts things into perspective, to be honest. I mean, we go about our normal day life and, we think we've got problems. You see a lot going on in the world, but you forget, which we all do, let's be honest, that there's people like yourself and young kids in these hospitals.
There's people that's worse than me. There's going to be people that are terminal. I'm not terminal, but I'm in a condition that I'm not going to get any better. I'm not going to get any worse. But I'm stuck. So there's always someone that's going to have worse problems, there's someone that has less problems, but everyone has their own problems. It's not a competition of who's got the most problems or whatever. Everyone has their own issues, and everyone has to deal with it in their own way.
Exactly, mate. You're exactly right. And we've got to live every day and every minute, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've got to enjoy it because, like you said, you don't know when your time's up. If you know what I mean, especially with these other people that are in worse position than you.
My third transplant, I was probably they're going to give me the weekend, but probably not even that because the amount of the level that the bile was jumping up at was dangerous. It was so dangerous that if it went one more day, I would have been over 1,000, which could have caused brain damage.
Wow.
And they would have had to put me in an induced coma to clear the system out, and literally just basically told me, say goodbye to your parents because you don't know when if you're going to come back up again. And that was at 11 years old.
Right,
Hello,
Mark, sorry,
Joe.
sorry, guys. I'm just gonna have to nip out a minute. My little one's woke up, and I'm the only one here, so she's crying.
No, all right,
Back in a second.
Yeah,
no worries, mate. All right, mate. Claude, you good? You all right, mate?
Yeah.
Good. All right, nice one. All right.
No, I'm just taken aback by this all. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's just
Some of these stories I'm hearing tonight.
Mm.
Ah,
It's mad. It's mad.
But the thing is that what this does is that it just, in the end, it all goes to a worthy sort of cause that will make things better in the long run.
yeah.
So, right, because you'll get families that will come over and they would be from a different country, so they'll probably speak a different language or whatever. So, the charity are there to explain it, not in just English, but English, not doctor's English. Because trying to work out a doctor's language is like trying to work out a different language in yourself, right? But they give it to you in clear, plain English. If you go on their website, it's all clear and plain.
Yeah, layman's terms, yeah.
Layman's terms.
Yeah.
So, and they're there usually every other week and providing support, right, for literally every single one of those 19 beds that are there. So,
Yeah. Listen, look, sometimes when we're talking about these things, especially when it's about children, I'm one of them, Steve. I can watch a film. If it's an adult who gets killed or what, I'm fine. If it's a child or an animal, that just turns me, right? But there is this saying: sometimes you have to walk through hell to get to heaven, right? And if walking through hell means we've got to talk about these stories and what we see in hospitals, and if it takes that for people to go to your channel and sub up to you, and obviously let's raise awareness, then by all means let's have this chat, let's have this stream, because it's all about the end goal for me and for you, Steve, and for all of us. It's all about the end goal, because people need to know about this. They need to know. My theory is there's someone out there watching this who's dying to speak to someone, but they don't have any family or any friends. Let's be honest, there are people out there like that, and if listening to you has made them think, oh, I can go there, or I can Google that,
all
or
the problem is when they're growing up and they get to teenage years and stuff like that, and they realise they're different, they've got their own problems, they're not the same as everyone else. They might look different in terms of like the fact they've got scars and stuff like that. That's where they might think, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not different, right? That peer pressure that you've got to be like everyone else, and sometimes it just needs the charity to come in and say, look, it's all right to be different. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, right? But don't ever sit there and be worried about yourself, because it's in the end you can shout, scream, moan about it all the time, but in the end that's the way it goes, and that's the end. That's the cards you're dealt with. I mean, the nurse who took us to a side after I walked out the room yesterday, right? She brought my mum in, and my mum was like, "Right, come on, let's get on. We're better than this, right? No nonsense. Just get back in there, right? Let's find some sort of solution, right? Sort of that tough love sort of thing."
Yeah.
Listen, boys, I need to shoot off, but I know you're going to carry it on. Stephen, I just want to say you're absolutely brilliant, mate. What you've been through, what you're going through still. Listen, all we can do is hope and pray that something goes right for you and you can get this operation done, and hopefully, somehow you pull through it and you can live a normal life. Hopefully that's what we all want for you, mate. And we're there all the way. This channel, Claude, me, and Diesel. Whenever you need help, just give us a shout, mate, and we'll always be there. You know that, mate. And I just want to thank you for all your help you give us in the chat, mate, because you help all push up the likes for us and things like that. But you're a fantastic person, mate. Stay strong, and you know you can message me anytime. Yeah.
Thank you. It means a lot.
No problem. And I'll speak to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Take care.
You off to work? You off to work, Tel?
I will be soon. Yeah, I will be soon, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a nice enjoy. Have a nice evening.
Thank you very much.
And don't try my tricks with the nurses.
if I get them, Stephen,
Right. You've got to speak to the pro, right? You got to speak to the pro.
Steve, next time you go hospital, I'm coming with you.
If I get any trouble, Stephen, I'll give you a bell, mate.
Yeah.
Speak to you soon.
Tips.
Before you go, how much have we raised so far? Is there anything on
we have raised so far? Let me refresh that. Yeah, we've raised £233 so far.
Plus, there's a few in the super chat as well. So
Yeah.
all right, it's doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's great. That's brilliant, and well done to everyone
Brilliant.
that's contributed.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who's donating. Thank you.
No problem. I'll see you all later on, guys. Thank you very much. Love to all.
Right. Take care.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I was also about to say to that. I said, like, the diesel, was it with the nurses? You know, it makes sense.
Yeah, you know, he dares win, Steve. Eh?
Yeah, he dares win.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know what, mate? And look, this is what I'm saying. You know, it's just to echo a little bit. You know what Terry was saying. You're an inspiration. The fact that you're 25 and you've got the bottle, because let's be honest, this ain't easy, man. You know, to come on here and talk how you're talking, and share with people your life story. To have what you've had since.
I eat liver surgeons for breakfast.
Oh, mate, I bet you do. But no, do you know what, Steve? Listen, mate, you're an absolute credit to yourself, man. You're a credit to yourself, and your mum should, really proud of you, because not anyone can do what you're doing. You know, we're talking about an ongoing battle. And you're still here. You're still smiling. You're still cracking jokes. You're still making the best of it. And do you know what, Steve? We talk about heroes on here, and the Aubameyangs, all the strike. We talk football, but do you know what? People like you, for me, are the real proper heroes, mate. So you know what? Big up yourself, man.
100%.
No, I mean that. Hand on heart, I mean that. Credit, absolute credit.
Thank you. I mean,
100%.
As random guy said, legend.
I mean, it's one of those that it's always going to be a battle, right? I'll be fighting until my last breath, right? Until I have nothing left, and there is no way out. And that's always going to be like that from the moment I was born to now, and however long I go. But my ambition is that just because I've got this doesn't mean I don't have to live to certain odd, right? So, I mean, certain doctors are right. It was before that I had a transplant, right? They were saying if you don't get the transplant, you weren't going to live to 2. Well, I'm 25 now, right? So, yeah, you just have to. Hang on. What's Foggy? What's Foggy just said here?
I don't know where's Foggy. Where is it?
Put Steven in the Arsenal defence, right?
I don't know. I'm looking for it, mate. But I can't see.
Here we go.
There you go.
Foggy!
Hey!
Fighter. Mate, do you know what? If we had Steve and a couple more like him in that defence, my prediction for the top 4 next year would definitely change. We'd be up there.
Stephen alongside Saliba.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We couldn't put Diesel in the defence after what I've taught him.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like, he keep getting himself injured, so he goes to the hospital.
These,
Do you know what I mean?
these will be on the attack.
Sick
Never
note.
mind
I'll be
defense.
sick note. I'll
These will be
Darren,
on the attack. Never mind defense.
I'll be Darren Anderton, type 2.
Cole Jenkinson always on the entry table.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Exactly,
Connor,
yeah.
Connor
me.
could not have said it, put it better myself, mate. Not all heroes wear capes.
Who says
Very,
I've done-
very true.
who says
Right,
I've done escape?
Right, fellas.
Yeah.
You all
Hi,
right?
Gally. All good, Lee? All good?
I've got my aunt's message. She had an accident in her sleep, so yeah, it's been interesting.
Oh,
How
God.
old is she?
Say again, sorry,
How
Cole.
old- How old's your kid? How old?
Paige, she's 2,
Ah,
and she's still crying now. You know what, fellas? I'm gonna have to just call it.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
don't worry.
No, no
Cheers,
worries.
Lee.
So,
Lee,
yeah,
we'll catch up soon, though, yeah?
man. Take it easy.
Thanks for coming
Oh,
on, Lee. And
respect,
you're
respect,
welcome
bro.
anytime on my channel, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, Lee.
Take care, Lee. Take care, mate.
But
Yeah. So, shall we? I think we've. Is there anything else we want to say, boys, or anything you need to say? What are you doing? What are you doing on Saturday? How are you watching the game on Saturday, Stephen?
I haven't heard from the about Box Park or anything, so I'll probably be doing a watch along at home. I could have done with actually this week, but like given how it's gone, just the time out to enjoy myself. But I really suffered last time from it, so I think I'll be doing it. I'll be doing a watch along at home for it. So I'm sure you guys are doing it, aren't you?
At the moment, I'm not sure what's happening now because Terry's going on holiday. I think I'm not sure yet. I don't know if he's going on holiday yet or not. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway,
Yeah, good. Sorry, mate. Go on. Yeah.
Anyway, Stephen, it's been incredible to hear all this tonight. I don't know. I've been taken aback by it all. It's incredible what you've come out with tonight, and I don't know what to say. But keep fighting, my friend. Keep fighting. Keep going. Try and stay. I know it's hard. It's easy to say at my angle to say stay strong, but try and stay real strong, mate, because you're a big fighter. I can see you're a fighter, mate. I can see you're a big fighter, mate. So don't, and I can see what your mum is going through as well. She must be going through a hell of a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she deserves a lot of support as well because she's going through
That's
a hell
the
of a lot.
one thing I loved about being. I want to fight and get better, so she doesn't have to worry. Well, none of my family have to worry about us.
But anyway,
being a mum, obviously, but she doesn't have to worry in the sense that if I'm not well, she's going to have to stay home and look after us, right? And I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, this is staying open, by the way, for 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to stay open, isn't it, Stephen?
Yeah,
we'll keep this open. We'll keep this open for about 2 or 3 weeks, and so there's still time. There's still time to donate to this wonderful charity and a very deserving cause. So there's still 3 or 4 weeks we can still donate. I mean, it can even go even longer, can't it? I mean, these things, I think we might even keep it up on our thing if we can keep it up for a few more weeks, for a month, even a couple of months. Yeah, I mean, I'm even entitled to keep it up till Christmas if I can.
Actually, I just thought of something. Is that the first week of September, and I know this for a cert, because I did it last year. The first week of September is the liver transplant week, so should be the 7th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Let me just double check because I'm sure I can find it. Transplant week.
Foggy, I hope that's a good bad, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's the first full week of September, which is Monday the 7th to Sunday the 13th of September 2020.
All right. Well, we'll keep pushing it up and on our stream.
So I thought
You know,
keep
try
going
and,
to the 13th.
try and raise as much. I think we're about 240. There's still some money in the super chat as well,
Yeah.
which I will get in the next couple of weeks straight to you and straight to the charity. And but it doesn't mean if you can keep donating anything small, anything, you know, even a £2, whatever. It doesn't matter how much it is. Just keep donating because every pound is important to this charity. Every pound, and it's an important charity. I mean, as Stephen explained tonight, there's 6-week-old children on the, you know, suffering with this. 6 weeks old. No, I don't know what more to say than that. But thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Stephen, for coming on, and thank you for putting all that tonight. It takes a lot of guts to come out and explain all that tonight. And thank you also for Lee Chappie, for coming across saying about his
plus if anyone,
his petition.
Plus anyone go to my channel, right? It's go subscribe. Just try and get that up to 1,000, and then we can try and get donations on a regular basis to the charity as well. So let's get that up as well.
Definitely, and definitely.
And Claude, right? Stay strong as well, right? Right.
Yeah,
if you ever need us,
my problems are nothing compared.
If you ever need us, talk to us.
When I see all this tonight, my problems are nothing, mate. My problems are nothing.
No. Everyone has their own problems, Claude. So trust me.
I'm telling you,
Claude,
I know.
Claude, trust me. Like, if you need anything, just let us know.
Thank you very much, and it's very nice of you, mate. Thank you. Right, thanks to everyone in the chat. Thank you.
I'll buy some more cocoa butter next time. give you some,
to be honest, Steve, I'm running low.
Thank you.
Got lots to teach me tonight after what I've heard. But
thank you, everyone in the chat. We're on another channel tomorrow night, but we'll be back on Friday with. I think we've got an Only Fools and Horses night, so that's a bit of a light relief after tonight on Friday, and then of course it's a charity big game. Everyone says it's a big game. I just say it's another glorified friendly. But anyway, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks for joining tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you to a great man, Stephen, to come on here and give us all that tonight. Very good. Thanks, Stephen. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.